Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues from Canada, United States of America, Great Britain, France, Denmark, Russia, Sweden, Switzerland, Ireland, Turkey, Morocco, Uruguay, Japan and Australia. HDDU, Croatian Association of Dramatic Artists, Hrvatsko društvo dramskih umjetnika, is very honored to host FIA executive meeting in Croatia. We are delighted to welcome you in Zagreb. So, welcome to Zagreb. Dobrodošli u Zagreb. It's so fantastic to see all of you all around the world, all together here, and I'm really, really glad. Sada bih željela posebno pozdraviti izaslanicu ministrice kulture, Nevenu Tudor, načelnicu sektora za razvoj kulture i umjetnosti. Također ovom prilikom pozdravljam izaslanike gradonačelnika grada Zagreba, gospodinu Ivicu Lovrića i gospođu Maju Novoselec. Puno im hvala što su danas došli s nama na otvorenje skupa izvršnog odbora FIA. And now I would like to invite Mrs. Nevena Tudor, envoy of Minister of Culture, to welcome you. Thank you.
Dear members of FIA Executive Committee, dear colleagues, dear guests. I will shortly just say a few words in English and then I will switch in Croatian just to mark our presence, your presence here in Zagreb. It's a really great pleasure to have you here, as Anna Maria previously said, and it shows the importance of being a member of such a big and internationally recognized association, and I hope it's the first but not the last time that you are here. Kako sam rekla, veliko mi je zadovoljstvo biti ovdje i pozdraviti vas u ime ministrice kulture Nine Obuljen-Koržinek i Ministarstva kulture koje doista jednu veliku pažnju posvećuje članstvu u značajnim velikim međunarodnim organizacijama. Biti članica jedne takve organizacije kao što je FIA pokazuje zapravo važnost, sve veću važnost hrvatskog prisustva u međunarodnim organizacijama, u međunarodnom kulturnom kontekstu, što je od velike važnosti za Ministarstvo kulture. Naime, mnoge teme koje su na nacionalnoj razini važne su i na međunarodnoj razini i različite perspektive i iskustva koje dolaze iz različitih zemalja i kontinenata izuzetno je važno ugraditi u rad nacionalnih udruženja, kao što je Hrvatsko društvo dramskih umjetnika, kao naravno i povratno u velika asocijacije kao što je FIA. Jedna od primarnih zadaća Ministarstva kulture je svakako identificirati potrebe i poticati kreativni razvoj svih umjetnika i svih kulturnih djelatnika u sferama u kulturnom polju. Tako teme kojima se FIA bavi, kao što su radno pravo, kao što su intelektualno vlasništvo, kao što je novi način djelovanja u digitalnoj sferi, jednako su važne na nacionalnoj kao i na međunarodnoj razini, na europskoj kao i na svjetskoj razini. Tako djelovanje kroz međunarodne udruge svakako se jača glas same struke. Nama je izuzetno važno kao jednoj relativno maloj zemlji i odnedavno članici Europske unije imati taj glas, nastojati svoje razmišljanja ugraditi u međunarodna tijela. Zato smo još jednom naglašeni izuzetno sretni što je prošle godine u Sao Paulu Hrvatska izabrana prvi puta usprkos dugogodišnjem djelovanju u FIA izabrana u izvršni odbor i domaćinstvo danas biti ovdje u Zagrebu. Nadamo se da će i dalje unaprijediti naš rad u tom udruženju, da će se naš glas još jače čuti, te da ćemo zajednički doprinijeti osmišljavanju i formuliranju rješenja na nove izazove koji se pojavljaju u stalno mijenjajućem kulturnom kontekstu. Hvala vam još jednom što ste došli u Zagreb. Želim vam zaista rad koji će pomaknuti još jedan korak dalje s ova važna pitanja koja se postavljaju u kulturnom sektoru danas. Zahvaljujem naravno i Hrvatskom društvu dramskih umjetnika na organizaciji ovog skupa i sa zapravo nestrpljenjem očekujemo povratnu informaciju o vašem radu ovih dana. Hvala još jedan.
Now I'm inviting Perica Martinović, the president of HDDU, Croatian Association of Dramatic Artists, to welcome you. Perica is originally from Dubrovnik. Yeah. She's an actress, sang like her father.
And the brother.
And the brother.
Yeah.
I shall take this opportunity and thank Perica for her great support in my work, Sofia, as she recognized the importance of being a part of FIA. Also, Perica helped a lot in organizing the whole event of executive meeting in Zagreb. Perica.
Thank you very much. Hello, dear friends. I can't say like that, but they told me that I must speak in Croatian, so, dragi prijatelji, kao predsjednici Hrvatskog društva dramskih umjetnika, izuzetna mi je čast i želim vam reći dobrodošli u Hrvatsku, dobrodošli u glavni grad naše domovine, dobrodošli u Zagreb. Mi smo jedna velika obitelj koju povezuje duhovnost, umjetnost. Svjedočimo vremenu nedostatka duhovnosti, ustrajanja na materijalnu. I baš zato je važno da smo svi zajedno, da se borimo za naša prava. Tako da vaš dolazak u Hrvatsku poticaje našim glumačkim udruženjima i sindikatima da bolje rade i uče i da razmjenjujemo iskustva na dobrobit glumaca. Nadamo se da vam je bilo lijepo i da će vam još ova 2 dana biti lijepo u Zagrebu i nadamo se da ćete doći ponovno u Hrvatsku, jer umjetnici uvijek lete u nadi da će im se krila dotaknuti. I zato želim vam uspješan svima nama daljnji let i nastavak rada. Ostaćete u našim srcima.
There is another lady important in Croatian Association of Dramatic Artists. This is our General Secretary, Marija Filipović, who is responsible to involve me to represent HDDU in FIA and gives me a great support in it. She was also supporting organizing FIA executive meeting in Zagreb, and I would like to also clap to our Marija Filipović. Now I'm inviting Fern Downey, the president of FIA. Fantastic actress, fantastic activist, fantastic woman, and fantastic person.
I'm going to try, just for you. On behalf of our FIA family of performers worldwide, I do want to thank the Minister's representative for being able to join us today, and we wish the Minister good health. And I'd like to thank the government and all of the people of Croatia for their unflagging hospitality and kindness. And I especially want to send a message of thanks to the Minister for her support. She is a most respected scholar. And lately, in too many parts of the world, the importance of the arts and the value of study and research is derided by some politicians who prefer being loud and ignoring the facts. But we know for people all over the world, facts matter. And cultural diversity matters. People want to see themselves reflected in the stories they read, and the faces they see on their screens, and the music they hear. In a changing and increasingly digital world, that can be challenging. Artists themselves face some of the biggest challenges. So the internet brings us together. It allows a citizen of Croatia to watch a movie shot in perhaps Canada without even leaving their home. It's easier than ever for artists to distribute their work all around the world. But it's also easier for people to profit from that work without contributing to its creation or sharing the proceeds with creators. Ongoing use payments are essential to performers, including those for use in the digital environment. We hope that these will soon be granted to performers here in Croatia. The internet era has created new multinational giants that have an unparalleled and concentrated ability to distribute our culture. But unfortunately, that is sometimes accompanied with an aversion to regulation, taxation, and reasonable compensation to the artists who create the work that they distribute. And while the changing world is creating new decision makers and purveyors in the cultural landscape, old, outdated, and simply unacceptable attitudes and practices still prevail. And these are just some of the many challenges that bring us together. So FIA unites performers from around the globe to protect ourselves as artists, to promote culture in all its glorious diversity, and to ensure our stories can be told on our stages and on our screens. And governments are a vital partner in all of those endeavors. We adopted and have called for the ratification of the Beijing Treaty in all the countries around the world. And we know that the treaty will set a vital new global norm for the protection of intellectual property rights for audiovisual performers, and it is essential for every country to ratify it. And while we know it's a steep hill, we keep climbing. And we'll keep climbing until all countries recognize the value of artists and offer them the same protection other workers enjoy. Many performers, including those here in Croatia, work freelance, and this should not prevent them from bargaining for minimum fees collectively. Fundamental ILO conventions acknowledge this, and it should be respected regardless of the nature of the employment relationship. So, our creative work is precarious work, which makes us vulnerable to precarious income and precarious work opportunities. It is also one of the core reasons that FIA and its 87 affiliated unions and professional organizations in more than 60 countries worldwide are so deeply committed to advancing and protecting the rights of performers. The scandal involving Harvey Weinstein revealed problems that were all too familiar to women and men in our industry. We know that sexism in our industry is real. We know that there are sexual harassers who use their power to intimidate. And we know that this needs to change. And as union leaders, we are taking a stand. We seek nothing less than a major cultural shift. We will develop a long-term strategy towards a zero-tolerance and harassment-free environment. We have worked hard as performers, united to change the culture and protect performance, and we will do more. There's no shortage of challenges in the work ahead, but I look forward to our discussion over these next 2 days. And I hope that the dialogue with the Ministry of Culture and the politicians around the world continue. There are no shortage of challenges ever in this complicated world, but artists are often the ones who can make sense of them. And when artists work together, we may even begin to solve them. So thank you. Thank you very much.
As I said, she's fantastic. So now I will invite Dominique Liquer, General Secretary of FIA. Also fantastic person. I'm learning so much in correspondence when I'm communicating with Dominique, Dargol, Anouk, and Camille. And Dominique, you have a word.
Thank you. Thank you very much. At least I got one fantastic. Not too bad. Not as much as you, Fern, but you know, hopefully that'll improve with time. I wasn't actually meaning to say anything, but then in the end I thought, well, I'll feel very sorry to leave Croatia without mentioning one thing that we actually discussed at our Congress last year. It was actually a motion that specifically dealt with the situation of performers in the recorded media in Croatia, who do not have, up until this day, they had some time ago, but unfortunately they do not have now, up until this day, the benefit of a collective bargaining agreement. And I really want to take the opportunity of mentioning this here with representatives of the Ministry of Culture, because our members need collective bargaining agreements to prevent a race to the bottom. And their working terms and conditions are already tough enough. They live in a very precarious environment. They have no work security. It's a tough job. Competition is extremely strong. It's a very demanding job. And without the benefit of a collective bargaining agreement, they're simply left alone in negotiation with the stronger part, which is the employer. And so hence the practice that we know is the case in this country of buyout contracts that are single-handedly drafted by producers, and performers are left with only one choice, either to sign the contract or not to sign it and not get the job. And so I think it's really important to use this opportunity to stress the fact that performers, wherever they work, including here in Croatia, need to have the benefit of a collective bargaining agreement to make a legal. We do hope that the Croatian Parliament, the Croatian government, and the Ministry of Culture will urge the Croatian public broadcaster, followed by the private networks, to enter into bona fide negotiation with representative performers organizations in this country to make sure that performers at last can have that minimum safety net that they deserve. Thank you.
Thank you. Fantastic, 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 fantastic. I'm going to use this opportunity and say a few words as well. I'll do it in Croatian. Just, I want you to listen my language as well, our language. Kao što je naša država mlada, ona ima tek 26 godina, tako i naše udruženje mlado, Hrvatsko društvo dramskih umjetnika. Susrećemo se s preprekama koje su mnoge ovdje prisutne glumačke organizacije, udruženja i sindikati već svladali. Hrvatska je svega 4 godine članica Europske unije. Na samom početku prošli smo rat, a danas prolazimo različite razvojne faze društva u cjelini. Zato je biti dijelom izvršnog odbora FIE i biti domaćinom sastanka izvršnog odbora od iznimne važnosti za Hrvatsku i Hrvatsko društvo dramskih umjetnika. Iako smo od samog početka države bili članovi FIE, nismo bili aktivni. 2008. godine tajnica Marija Filipović bila je na kongresu u Marakešu. 2009. bio je moj prvi sastanak Eurofija u Londonu. Nakon toga aktivnije sam se uključila 2012. u Torontu i obje, kada smo bile na kongresima u Torontu i Marakešu, nismo ni sanjala da ćete danas nakon kongresa u Sao Paulu biti u Zagrebu. Evo, ovdje vi svi naši kolege iz cijeloga svijeta. Ovo je divna prilika koja nam daje poticaj i motivaciju da riješimo probleme s kojima se susrećemo. Unaprijedimo položaj glumaca i svih umjetnika i izvođača koji rade u izvedbenim umjetnostima i audiovizualnoj industriji, kako bi njihov rad bio vrednovan na dostojanstven način. Hvala vam što ste danas s nama i želimo vam još jednom toplu dobrodošlicu. I'm wishing to all of us successful meeting. There is a lot work to do, and I wish you pleasant staying in Zagreb. It's great to have you in Zagreb. Welcome to Zagreb.
Thank you.
Welcome to Croatia.